how you will be rich in crypto. I'm telling you guys, it's 100% possible. This bull market cycle. You guys are in the right place, especially if you're coming into the crypto space for the first time. Or if you're new to crypto as an investment, maybe you're coming from the stock market, but if you open your mind and you're new to crypto, you are in the right place, and it's really not too late to be getting and investing in crypto right now. I feel like we've been, for about a year or plus now, we've just been in this accumulation phase, watching Bitcoin take off, and some altcoins take off pretty good, but it's not really the explosion, right? That altcoin season towards the end of the bull market. So I really do believe a lot of you guys can very well get rich in crypto. I'm telling you guys, you guys are in the right place. You have to believe it, and you really have to take action and invest and buy it. And then the hardest part is selling, because it's gonna be a lot of pain selling it. It might even be some pain right now buying at these low prices after this crash. But we see that even after this crash, Bitcoin back to the 90s. And guess what? What's amazing about Bitcoin, where it's at right now, around 94K, somewhere above 90K, maybe watching this, it might be lower or higher. But what's so interesting about this right now, guys, is the fact that the sentiment is still super, super low. I have an indicator that I made called market sentiment, and it basically measures the sentiment for whichever coin. And Bitcoin sentiment is super, super low. If you want to check out my indicators, it's literally the only thing that I sell. It's on my WAP. My Telegram community is 100% for free. I definitely recommend you join the community, because there's a crypto community filled with a bunch of other crypto investors. There's 1,000 people in it, and it's free on Telegram. But the reason why that's interesting, guys, is the fact that the sentiment is low for Bitcoin. Wow, it's in the 90s. Bitcoin is in 94K, and the sentiment is low, meaning it's not all over the media. You don't have random people talking to you about a Bitcoin, interested in it, asking you, hey, how do I buy this? What app do I get? What do I do? Trying to learn more about it. You're not having that same thing that happened back in 2021 speak, when you saw it all over the media, especially NFTs and stuff. So we're not getting that yet, and I feel like it's very well planned with the media. Like the media, it's already planned, right? They will start, once you start to see them pushing it really in the mainstream media, that's really going to be towards the end of but that's when you should be basically selling. You should be taking your profits. And if I were to give one big advice, maybe you're someone that's new into crypto, this is your first bull market cycle. If I were to give you an advice, even if maybe you just started buying right now, right? My number one advice for you guys is understanding where we are, the timing, because you got to understand, my number one thing is cryptos are not like stocks, meaning you shouldn't be looking at cryptos, investing in it, and just thinking 5 years out, 10 years out, like some stocks are. Okay, the only exception is Bitcoin, but Bitcoin's not even, crypto technically. But what I'm saying is, it's very cyclical, right? It's a commodity. It's very cyclical market, and it is a time to sell during the bear market, the best times to buy, and the time to sell during the bull market cycle. That time period, which is less than a year usually. All right, we never had a bull market where it was like multiple months, right? 2021, it was probably like 2 months or 3 months around there. But when you guys, the newcomers, what you guys got to focus on is not getting greedy and wanting more X's, especially if you have friends, or maybe there's people in the community that you're in, and maybe they got some crazy amount of money, right? I'm talking about during the bull market top, like the cycle when we're near the top. Maybe you're following someone and like, man, I just got so much money investing in this coin. It was a 50x for me, this and that. And you're looking at it and you're like, oh man, I'm gonna wait it out too. I'm gonna wait out till I get the same amount that you get, or the same gains that you get, or the same X's that you get on a certain coin or whatever. Well, the reason why that is horrible, and the reason why I'm giving you guys this advice, not financial advice, but it's advice that I've never heard before, and I just want to be genuine with you guys and give you guys just wisdom, honestly. The reason why this is so important, guys, is because you guys are on different parallels, right? That friend that maybe got that 50x or 100x or whatever and made like 200K, a million or whatever, that friend bought during the bear market, 2022, 2023. That friend bought during the bear market, and maybe you just started buying 2024 or even this year. When coins already were up 20x from the bear market. You see what I'm saying? Like, just giving you a comparison, right? Solana was $8, $8 2022. It went up to around 200 and something dollars. I think was it 300? No, like around 250 or around there somewhere. 8 to 250 around there. Now it came back down to around 120, 150. So buying it at $8 and 150, obviously there's gonna be a huge comparison, a huge difference right there. Towards, you know, depending on who holds out and we get towards the bull market top. So you got to understand, it's a different situation, it's different circumstances, and just because you didn't make the same amount as your friend or you didn't get the same amount of X's, you have to understand the timing. If we're near the top, if we're getting a bunch of red flags, even if your friend is selling, if he's taking profits, it doesn't matter how much you made. That's the time to get out, guys. You don't want to be you don't want to be greedy. So maybe you made 50K in profit. Maybe you made 100K in profit. And you're getting all the red flags that were at the top. You gotta get out. You just have to get out. You cannot be greedy and waiting for another 2x, 3x, 5x. You see what I'm saying? And what's gonna happen? A lot of people that don't watch this video that I'm giving you guys right here, this advice, a lot of newcomers are gonna hold out retail, okay, exit liquidity. They're gonna hold out, seeing all these people make tons of money, and what's gonna happen is smart money is just gonna dump on them, and it's not gonna be like a overnight dump. No, I mean it could be taking profits. It could be over a month. It could be over weeks of just taking profits, going back up a little bit, taking profits, right? So I just want to get you guys' mindset right, because a lot of new people that are coming in, they don't understand that crypto is cyclical, and that crypto should not be seen as stocks, as something that you should be investing for 5 years, 10 years out. There's a time to take profits, right? It doesn't mean you can't own it later. It doesn't mean, when you sell, guys, it doesn't mean like you're quitting on your favorite project like Ethereum maybe, or Solana or XRP or whatever. It just means that you're taking profits, because there's a huge probability that it's going to dump over 80%, over 50%, because we've seen every single bear market or after the bull market, all coins dump over 80%. That's just the truth. So instead of dumping 80% of your portfolio, you take those profits, and then later on you can re-add them, after the big dump. So I just want to share this wisdom with you guys. I love you guys so much. Comment below. Join my free community on Telegram. You can join my WAP right there. It's on WAP. And you can also check out my indicators. But I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.